But first, we will talk with a downstate Illinois band. They're from Danville, Burnoutbright. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, what's up?
So it's Zach, Nick, and Ori. Tell us about Burnoutbright.
All right, man. We started a three-piece band about 9 months ago. We had a lot of influence from a lot of Midwest bands, as well as some national bands such as like Brand New, Taking Back Sunday, and smaller bands from Michigan, you know, like Your Best Friend, Harvey, which is not a band, and not a band anymore, that is, and just a lot of, you know, regional bands. We love what we do. Pretty much we all work jobs, but all of our time and effort goes into the band. We play music because, you know, it's what we do. We don't expect to make a career out of it. We would do it if we didn't get paid anyway. Yeah.
I think what it really comes down to is we're a simple band and we enjoy simple things.
Yeah.
Love people and, you know, making music.
And dollar menus.
Dollar menus are the best. We live on
Dollar menus are the key to any band. Like, let that be known, like, right away.
Yeah, and we're making the most of them. I mean, we've got each menu down. We know most location of most McDonald's, so we're doing pretty good for ourselves on the dollar menu status.
Now, like I've seen your song "Slow Down, I Rewound." What other kind of songs do you have? Do you have like an EP going yet?
We actually are going to record an EP April 8th through 10th in Chicago with Mark Mikulik at Drazik Studios. We recorded our first song with them November. It was mid-November, and you know, he's a great engineer. He knows what he's doing. I advise any band to go to him. But we decided we didn't have a lot of money the first time we went, so we just recorded kind of like a single thing. But that song will be on a 6-song EP that will come out. We don't have a certain release date yet, but it'll be like late May, mid-June. I
like how you worded that. I decided we have not had a lot of money. Like, oh, you know what? I'm going over the books, guys, and it appears we're fundless.
And generally how it is. Zach usually keeps track of all the funds and whatnot and tells us how to spend my money.
Now, when it comes to like, you know, like where you guys play your gigs at, like, do you have like a strategy you guys look at? Have you looked at other bars and different like venues and stuff like that?
We've done bars, we've done house shows, we've done large venues, and we do small venues. We kind of take whatever we can get.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we played with. It really doesn't matter where. It just depends. Is it worth it? You know. We usually do a lot of, you know, near shows, like either if it's half an hour or 4 hours away. And sometimes we go the distance, even if we're not getting paid gas money, if it's a band we really like.
Like 6 hours to Missouri.
Yeah, we drove around 7.5 without getting paid Springfield, Missouri.
I'd like to touch up on that. By not getting gas money, Zach means he forgot to ask for gas money. We did not get paid. Even though we were going to get gas money, Zach fell asleep and completely forgot about it. So we drove 7.5 hours one way for free.
It was a long day, Pinky. But
wow.
Yeah,
that's dedication though.
Yeah. We love playing shows. It's really hard to choose if playing live shows or recording. I'd probably just play live shows and rather not have recording if I had to choose. But any shows really where we're welcome. We appreciate the people that come out and see us.
I love hearing you can find new bands and stuff like that. Like we've met a lot of great bands over the time, just traveling and playing shows and stuff, and a lot of great people and a lot of people who really just like us out of nowhere. And like sometimes I don't see like we'll play an awful show and like some people will say that we did great or something. I'm like, you know, it's always just one of those feelings where like that was actually kind of worth it now that even though we felt bad about how we played, it was good that somebody actually, you know, dug it kind of.
And we get that from bands too, like really bands that we really respect. If we played some horrible shows with some great bands and they'd still come up and tell us that we actually did a good job, and that really, I don't know, makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Well, now, you already mentioned, you know, some of the bands that influence you guys. You know, you've got, you know, a little bit of Brand New, Taking Back Sunday. Who are some of the bands that you've actually, you know, played with that have, you know, rubbed off on you in a good way?
PM Today. PM Today is a really big one. those guys are just talented to no end. They're all really nice guys. Team today, we played with a band called Farewell Flight
And Emery.
and Emery.
Two guys is Emery. I guess can't. I can agree.
Okay.
But Farewell Flight actually had to change their name to Indian Summer because after 5 years of their good do-it-yourself work, they got signed to a label. I'm not really sure which one, but we got to play with them in PM today a couple times. It was those are probably two of ours.
Oceana, My Epic.
Oh yeah, that was a 7.5 hour Missouri trip. It was My Epic in Oceana. That's really why we wanted to go, honestly.
We played with a lot of bands. Just who else? Artifacts Perio, and it's remembering things around the spot's kind of hard for me. So, but yeah,
no problem. Now, you mentioned you guys you work quote unquote regular jobs, and and you do put your heart into the music. How do you guys go about? Obviously you're doing a show. You're willing to make the sacrifice and make a big drive to a show, even if there's no gas money involved. But if you guys were looking at doing more of a long-term tour, do you guys have the flexibility that you would be able to kind of drop everything and go hit the road and maybe do a couple of weeks on a Midwest tour? Is that something you guys are looking into doing?
I actually hate my job so much that I'd quit if I got that option.
There you go.
It's taking, actually. We got some people behind us that are helping us pulling together. So as soon as we accumulate some vacation time or however it works out, we definitely see ourselves doing that in the near future, actually.
Yeah. Me and Nick's schedules are pretty flexible if we have enough time to say so. But Rory just got his full-time job at
Big Boy job.
At Big Boy job.
You won't believe how demanding a bug-killing job is. It's just pretty impressive.
Nobody likes bugs in Rory.
No one likes bugs.
Now, what are some of your writing influences?
I agree.
I started off liking a lot of Blink-182 back in the day, about 3 or 4 years ago.
Back in the day, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, back in the
Blink-182 back in the day was 4 years ago. That is correct.
They just quit being
the
teenagers.
Blink-182 ball.
Excuse them.
Yeah. Nick just turned 20. Or he's a grandpa. He's the rightful age of 21. Oh, my God. But writing, Tom DeLonge, Mark Hoppus from Blink-182, Jesse Lacey and Vinny from Brand New. Just pretty much any bands we like. Envy on the Coast is a really big one. Oh, what do I take from the band? Yeah.
Gosh.
I don't know. I like to use a lot of metaphors. A lot of music I like, they write metaphorically, and that's just one of the things I really like to do. It gives a more open feel to what the song means to somebody. Just because it means something to me doesn't mean it has to mean the exact same thing to somebody else.
As long as they connect with it, it's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's deep. Yeah.
Now, saying that, is there any way I can convince you guys to write a song on how Purdue is screwing up my brackets?
They're doing better than I am sure, which is that's good news.
It's like, okay, I've had a perfect day until Purdue all of a sudden decided they forgot how to play basketball.
Me and Or actually went to a community college NCAA national championship last night.
Junior college stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty intense.
We're not going to lie. We went for the catering, the free catering.
Yeah. and the truth is, Indiana basketball just isn't what it used to be. So
I'll talk like I know about sports, but damn it, I don't.
But yeah, that's the same with us too. We talk a big game, but yeah, I have no clue what sport this is really. So on Twitter, you guys are very active. What is your Twitter marketing strategy? You guys are. I've seen Burnoutbright on my tweet deck, hitting up pretty hard. What do you have a system going?
Yeah. Nick or Ori is still foreign to the Twitter.
I don't like Twitter.
We're completely against it in so many ways.
I was against it for a long time because it's just like Facebook, just without more detail. But it turns out a lot of people on Twitter, are more music-oriented, and, they just actually they give people a new chance. And we go for bands, we get people saying, oh, you sound like Brand New, oh, you sound like Taking Back Sunday, oh, you sound like a mix of blah, blah, blah. Well, we take, since we get a lot of people saying that a lot of times, we just go to people that listen to them and just ask them to, take a listen to one song, and maybe you'll like us. If not, you can't win them all. But mainly, we don't just go like to any band's page, anything. Just say, oh, hey, listen to our music. We're a band. We're you guys. Blah, blah, blah. No, that's not it at all. But we try to go for mainly similar music interests as ourselves. That way we have common ground to talk. We're not just one of those bands that like to add people just because it's a number or whatever. They like to meet people.
Do you have any future gigs coming up soon? Like, what's the calendar looking like?
We actually have 2 shows this weekend. One is a hometown show, and another is kind of a hometown show. It's pretty much in Newport, Indiana. It's about half an hour away from Danville. We're playing with the band, Ori's old band, Apollo Meets Vega. It's 2 of their last shows. And we're playing with Rust Belt Lights, Truth for Latin. I know they're on some type of label. It's more of like an indie label. I'm not really sure. We're recording April 8th through 10th. We're actually playing in Newport twice next week.
And Cornerstone's coming up, which we're very excited for.
Yeah.
Mike Mains and the Branches are playing too.
I'm actually pulling up the calendar. We're playing, we have some really good friends by Indianapolis called Arizona and Kalum, and we're going to be playing like a house show with them in May sometime. We're going to Kirtland, Ohio, May 21st. We're going to play at Lafayette, Indiana, June 10th, and another hometown show with the Crimson Armada. I'm not a big fan of their music, but, a lot of people are.
So if there's anything personal you want us to say to Purdue when we're in Lafayette, we'll do that for you.
Hey, thank you. Just throw some hatred their way.
Well, I saw that the show on your itinerary here with the Crimson Armada, indie versus metal. I enjoy the concept of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like Danville Classic. We've done 3 of these now.
Yeah. The idea originated, I can't take credit for it, but I'm booking that show. My friend Tyler Turquini, he's a good friend of mine. He originated the idea of indie versus metal because, I'm more of like a indie rock kind of guy, more of like a heavy metal kind of guy.
And Danville at the time was also a very big metal scene, so it was also a way to get a lot of the indies that were trying to start up and get out of their shells to pop out too and decide, hey, everyone's here to all listen to some music, so let's get as many bands of any genre to play as much as possible.
Yeah, and earlier we used to be called the New Project without Ori, and we didn't have a lot of respect from metal bands nowadays, but as time went and as we just progressed and as Ori entered the band too, we're just getting a lot of respect from the hometown. There's really no one I know that hates us or anything. So I mean, that doesn't tell us. They're at least respectful to be like,
okay, you guys good. Yeah, keep it up.
But yeah, it's a great concept. I have to give credit to Tyler Turquini for that one. But yeah, we just try to keep it going. We don't like to just have regular shows. We like things behind them.
Well, do you guys have any plans? And obviously, we've got the list here that you just shared with us. Any plans to make it up to Chicago in the near future?
We were actually trying to get a date when we were going to record,
okay.
But that didn't work out. We are gonna try to. There's the Nightlight Cafe. It's in Berwyn. It's kind of right by Chicago.
Yep.
do you know who that is?
Berwyn.
I'm very, very familiar with Berwyn.
Pretty much, all the people, the booking guy, Skippy, he said he loves us and stuff, and we're welcome anytime. We can hop on any show.
They've been an amazing bunch of people. Probably like Chicago. That's like I think the third place we played in Chicago, and that's a place we just really love to keep coming back to because kind and homey.
They put bananas last time we played. We really appreciated that. They smell kind of like, what they smell? Not bananas. They smell like feet. Yeah, kind of like nasty bare feet. But,
I'm not gonna lie, I left them in our friend's car.
Yeah.
But I ate 3 of them. I didn't care how they smell. I was hungry.
Yeah, but gas money isn't the virtue, man.